I try to do 1 rep for Ashley. That's all I can get. Does that count as 1 rep?
I'm sure you can actually do it if you put your knees under there.
And then you gotta do 1 rep too. I'll do it. You gonna work out with you? This is a pre-workout. Tell them what we're doing. We're gonna cash in workouts.
I'm saving up on workouts, good workouts, because I'm going home to LA where everything's closed. That's my move.
Yeah. So we're putting workouts in the bank, in Ashley's workout bank. We have till Friday, today's Monday. We'll probably give him like 6 workouts in by then. Put him in the bank. Right?
I'm doing reps. All the reps.
10 more maybe, 10 more times. This is the dude's. This is his quarantine haircut. It looks like Dad did a kitchen haircut. Dude, it's chill down. Yeah, he can't book an appointment till June 2nd. So it's been like 3 months. So we did a quarantine haircut and it looks like this. It looks so bad. It's all chopped up. All right, Ashley says that she could do 50-pound dumbbell presses.
Hopefully. I used to.
She does surprise me. She can bench 135 for 2 reps.
Oh yeah.
Like 4 reps
yeah.
or 2 reps. So we'll see. They say bikini girls can't lift heavy.
He's gonna be my spot though. For the sake of the video, Adam, when you do spot me, because people will say, oh, you're doing it for her. Just for you. And so you start doing it again. Feel good. He's lifting for her. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, ready?
Yep. Damn. There you go. Nice.
My mask fell, people are gonna say, hey, you're not wearing your mask.
So I'm trying to figure out, compare the sizes of this gym versus the new one we're building. So I'm using this as like a marker. So I'm trying to figure out with these blueprints what it looks like, what it feels like in here at like 40, and then also this area here, which might be the dumbbell area, which is 11 by 22. So figuring out how the construction is going to work today with this. How it would be that little nook area. We'll have to tear the wall. So this isn't deep enough. This is the wall that's like a cement wall. So it's either we're trying to figure if we can not tear it down because it's a lot of money to tear down a cement wall, but looks like there's no way around it. That makes the gym 62 feet long now. All right, yeah, there's that. Anyway, so let's do this. This is gonna be like for video. This is gonna be a high-level prep program. So we can look at what is too much, what isn't enough, where the balance is at, and what needs to happen. So identify, right? And then we can see what to change. So this is a video too, we can look back and forth where she's at currently. This is off season. She's doing great in the off season then. So that should be enough. You guys should be able to see where the problems are.
You're saying between her stage look or her current one?
So that's her stage look is basically her current look. You know, it's just that's easier to see people when they're stage lean, see what like really the detail is, where it's at when someone's stage lean, and how to address it and create a workout program around what needs to happen.
Okay.
So look at the balance, look at the power, look at the density, look at the separation lines of where they shouldn't be, where they should be. Look at the body in two separate ways. So look at it just the lower half and look at the upper half. Never look at it as a whole. Figure out, okay, how do we get the lower half to match the upper half as like two separate pieces, right? That's I try to like go like this and like visually like
Apart.
yeah, to see. Because if you do that, then you're like, okay, it's not one person, it's two, like visually, even though it's obviously two. But when
Balance out the bottom and balance out the top.
yeah,
Compare those
so
two.
you can make one perfect
Perfect.
statue, right?
Yeah.
So in pro bikini, even at that level, like if you look at, you gotta look at like the top six, right? Like what do they have that maybe she has too much of? And usually when someone's climbing to the top, it's they have too much of something. It doesn't give them the look of having that perfect thing. And she's one of those people. And a lot of times it's like they have the glutes, they have everything. There's just too much of something that needs to be changed, and then maybe too little of something else. So too much in conditioning, too much in the glutes or whatever, like too much in overpowering the legs. So with her, you have the density of her quad. That looks like a big chunk of meat right there.
Yeah.
That quad, it just looks so dense. If you look at Issa and all these girls, they have a soft
Softer
look to them,
quad, yeah.
right? So we're going to the only way we can do this is we soften that leg up, right? And they're so much more powerful than our upper body anyway in that picture, like
Yeah.
leg wise, that we can bring them down. And she's actually, what's cool is that she's 100% natural her whole life.
Wow.
So for her to have that type of density and for her to lose size is actually going to be a little easier
Yeah.
than most people like to lose size. So we can straighten that up. But then when we straighten that up, then you look at her upper body. Her conditioning is wild, and that's why it's so dense too.
Stands out.
She just has to bring that down. Bring it down to help the balance out, and then she's got to open her lat up with her posing. She's got to open it up. She needs a little bit more shoulders to pop, and then she needs her arms to just maintain or even get just a half inch smaller. And then if you did that, brought her legs down, brought the lat out, and fixed the posing, she'd be very balanced.
What do you think of the size of her jewelry?
Yeah, that's pretty blingy.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be an issue, like a make or break thing, but I think this one's a little big.
Yeah, the back one.
Yeah.
That looked a little chunky, and that makes her arm look thicker.
Yeah, I can see
Versus
that
a
being.
petite bracelet, giving the illusion it's more dainty.
That's actually good feedback. I think we could do that. Yeah, I'll try that too. So yeah, and obviously I already talked about her suit color, so I don't like it. But yeah, so then we have to create a workout plan. Her glutes are never going to go away. We don't need to worry about the glutes, but just to a little bit of pump, run off the legs just a hair, and then get her shoulders bigger, get her lats a little bigger, make sure her arms stay about where they're at or get smaller. Everything else is there. Her detail's always going to be there. She just has crazy detail. But we can change the density of her legs without lifting heavy and hard, not doing plyos. She's already doing plyos right now, so we can give her that. So I want to create a workout program based on this like high level one, and then we'll kind of change it as we need to. It's kind of like
She goes through it.
it's kind of like a pro project for you guys to see how you would approach it. So that way when you get like a high level one like this, you know like how to approach it. Don't be afraid to not work out though. That's what the hardest step is in getting like training these types of people is like, don't be afraid to have them not work out.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. They've already earned that right to do less. It's the hardest thing to do in prep because we're all like, oh, I want to work out 6 days a week. And they're all like, oh, I want to work out 6 days a week. And you're like, no, you're not going to do your legs anymore.
Yeah.
Like for 3 months. That's like a hard thing to.
It's like they get to that level, and it's something you gotta realize, like you gotta tone it back a little bit to match that division.
And it's hard as a coach to do that because you're like, I don't want them to work out less because the hard part I had about doing that is like when I had someone grinding into a show and they were doing everything they could do, I knew that no matter where we ended up, that was on them. That was on their genetics. That was on, obviously my program to get as lean as I can. But if everything was hard as we can go, it was just a time thing. But when you pull back now you're saying, okay, I know what's right, 100%, and it's now 100% on the coach.
Yep.
Because you're telling them to do less than they could be doing. That's where it becomes like, you better be confident.
Make sure that's what you want.
Make sure this is going to win, right? Make sure this is going to give her the win. So that's where it's like, you got to be really confident in your approach. I can tell you right now, 100%, her leg density is hurting her, is not helping her. The balance isn't there, her posing needs to change, and and her arms can be, comparison to like a Janet Issa, one of those girls, it's a little bit more. So she's really, really close, but it's just these little things, 1 inch on the legs, half an inch on the shoulders, half an inch on the arms, and less density, we're money. That's it. So.
Good luck though.
Yeah, no, she's amazing.
She has great hair and makeup face.
Especially the picture. Yeah.
So a little bit less work sometimes.
Yeah. So then you guys can figure that as like maybe do that, Sam, as a project, and then you guys can chime in on it and see, and then we'll come back in, see where it's at. I'll make the adjustments as we need to.
I can do one from home tonight too. And that way, like at least there's 2 a room or something. So if we have like variety too for a pro.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, I just wanted to, because we're gonna get cases like that are too good. When someone gets too good, you gotta make them worse to make them better. So I just want to like see how you would approach it, so we can start fine tuning those higher level preps. Because that's the same. You do the same thing for her as you would like a national prep. That type of thing.
Well, then it'd be also good to know like what the past history is with her. Like, what's her training like right now? Because if she's already not doing much.
Yeah, I have it. I'll send that to you.
Yeah, that's good information now too.
And then we're gonna fine tune it and like put one mind behind it all, right? Put all of our minds behind one program, and then make it even better. So just see how we come up with that. You guys can like get these ones that are like super. I mean, this is world level. Like prep. So yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
That's fun. Those ones are fun.
Are you excited?
Yes, kind of.
Kinda.
Yeah, I'm excited, but I've never done any. Every time I do something that I don't know what I'm doing, like I know that that's the only way to do it is to just go into it. But it's like not excitement. I'm not excited because it's more about because I'm more scared about like how am I gonna get this done? How am I gonna get the building like built out the way I want it? And figuring out the hows is always. I never figure out the hows first. I always just do things like semi-impulsively. So this one is going to be a lot easier though, because now luckily I have more money to be able to do the CPC, so someone else can actually take over and I don't have to like tear walls down myself and sleep on the floor like last time. So it should be a lot easier, and it has to be because I'm over here and it's over there, but we shall see. Here we go. Ashley's texting me about our podcast right now first. I got a podcast with Ashley in an hour. Hello, are you Jennifer by chance?
I'm not.
Oh, I'm looking for Jennifer. Hey Karen.
She's at our other level.
Oh, is that what's going on? Okay, I'm sorry. They gave me the wrong address. I'm supposed to meet with Jennifer. That's okay. She wants to know if you want to just print the sure.
Hey Jennifer. How are you?
Right. They give me the wrong right company, wrong address. This property has been.
Yeah, you just want to print it to
has
RX3.
been, I'll tell you the story. It's been nuts. It was yes, then it was no, then it was yes, then it was no. Then it was no until like last Friday. We're like, no, forget it, call the deal off. And then they gave me like an incredible offer, and so then Sunday was on. Then I was supposed to buy it on Monday, and they couldn't get the paperwork together, so now it's Thursday. Apparently I'm at the wrong office, and they're trying to make it work. It's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm like, oh yeah, no, oh yeah, yes, oh yeah, no. It's like. So,
Okay, then you just want me to scan it and
It's-
send it over?
it's nuts. We've podcasted an hour. Ashley's our little organizer. She's like, don't forget, we have this podcast today. This is our notes. She organizes everything. She buys my plane tickets. She like checks me in at the airport and then texts me my ticket and stuff. Like I don't have to do anything. It's so nice. So Ashley, if you're watching this, thank you very much. They're gonna take us in a room.
Oh, okay.
So I think I got a good plan to have like posing open before the Olympia. I think we can do posing. I know that a couple of my friends would probably come out and help me with like a posing class too. As cool as like all the community, like the IFBB and NPC community, like they're so close and like so willing to help. So I don't doubt that we have someone ready to help pose that's like there before this is all done.
Should we sign the last page here?
Okay. Cool. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
So I think that, well, now I own it. I own this property. So the general contractor said 18 weeks from when he starts to when we can get it done. We won't be able to get equipment in that time frame because there's just too much. I just don't see how it all would work out. We can get the equipment in right. So I think we're gonna do like a posing class there before, or like a seminar before with the gym wide open, which is kind of nice with some of the, hopefully some of the more well-known names. Which is really cool is that like I've had a good relationship with a lot of these guys who are in that upper rank, and they're like been so supportive in wanting me to do it. Like even other trainers are like helping me out. So like shout out to Ryan out in Vegas, who's like, he's like, I told him this might not happen. He was like, I'll find something. I got friends that own gyms. Maybe we could figure out something. He was like going for it. So I hope to work with him when I'm out there. But Sean's called me. I think that, I think Brianna would come out and do the posing class too. So hopefully we'll get these guys out. Laura Lee's called me. So everyone's like so supportive of everyone in the NPC. I love the NPC, man. So I'm hoping that we can get everyone together before the Olympia, at least do like a posing class. But the story of this building has been nuts. I had a really good vlog set up, and I lost my camera. It would have been different because it would have been me not getting the building because we ran into all these problems. But we lost the camera in Vegas the last time I was there. So this is kind of, I gotta go give away all my money to the bank. I signed, everything's good. I gotta wire money now. You see my magic skills? Floating paper.
How are you?
I'm good. Listening to Arc's Muscle.
Yeah?
Yeah. Gotta stay up on top of your thing is what I do when I email people. And I watch Arc's Muscle, and then I answer emails, and then I can stay on top of things. Yeah. And I drink a plentiful amount of liquids throughout the day. This is not one day worth. This is from the weekend and stuff when Frito was here. These are like not all mine. That'd be crazy. Only this one is mine right now. Can I tell you a secret? During the lights are off. During Corona and COVID and stuff, when we were like shut down, we were in this like gray area where we we're supposed to be shut down, but kind of weren't, and so we just didn't ask any questions and kept it open. So the lights are always off now. Everyone keeps the lights on because we're supposed to we're not sure, but we're allowed to be open now. But yeah, so that's why the lights are always off in here. These guys have turned back on. But this is, I just had a contractor at the center today. If you can see all these like yellow things, so this is what it looks like This is what it looks like now, with all these little like areas of the wall. Or these are where walls are, and we're tearing them down. This is actually called a demolition plan for like the demolition permit. And so they send me this, and then I do updates, and then I actually, last night I was up till 3:30 in the morning. I fly out tonight to Vegas. I was up till 3:30 in the morning because I couldn't stop doing this. And I actually found a really good layout for the building. So all these little highlight marks are different ideas. Some of them are crossed out because I have new ideas. Some of them are like moving doors and then putting mirrors up and things like that. So after this week, I like to say I'd be done, like with the idea, but the problem is I start thinking again, and then next thing you know, I change the whole plan, and it always ends up costing me a lot extra. But I want it to be perfect. This one I tore down walls and then realized I needed them, put them back up, like wasted so much. So I'm trying to be right this time and not waste money, but I want it to be perfect, so I don't care if it wastes a little bit. But that's fly out in 6 hours. Oh, there's Gabe, Coach Gabe. You can say hi,
Hey guys.
Coach Gabe. You seen him in the
I
video.
hope I don't have chocolate on my face.
Gabe,
My cream of rice pudding.
you look ridiculous. Get out of here.
Yes. Must have not looked in the mirror before.
Anyway, that's all we got going on today. I don't think there's anything else going on today. Finishing check-ins. We got a big show this weekend. Yeah, you'll get to see some of that. That's going to be cool. We got 13 people doing the Vegas show, which is crazy because they're from like 5 different states all going to Vegas for this show because Colorado shut down all its shows. So that sucks, but at least they're still staying put. They just went to Vegas, so it's gonna be a fun trip. Didn't forget, we did build another office in here. I'll show it to you. It's pretty cool. This is gonna be our like headquarter office. So we just built this last week. So yeah, this new office will be. We do a lot of like trainer training. It's really important that when we have other coaches in the team that they are all cohesive and doing the same exact style of training. I overlook all the plans, but we have like a main coach other than me, which is Tori. She's been with me, we're on like year 6 almost together, and she will have trainers going through the process of learning how to be coaches in here with her, and then Anya, who's behind the camera, will be in here too with doing her content videos and all that stuff that she does. She does it for me, but she does it for other competitors too. So this is actually pretty exciting because we're actually going to be bringing on a new coach, which is Frida. Frida's going to be helping us, which is really exciting. I haven't announced that yet, so you guys, it's the first time seeing it. So Frida Paulson, and she's going to come down here for a week. She's been coaching people for a long time already. She's won pro shows. She's amazing. She's a good friend of mine now too. And but we just have to make sure that everything's on the same lines. We agree on the same things, and it's going to be the same thing. So she'll be down here training with Tori, going through all the check-ins, systems, all that. So this is what this room's for, which is cool, And then she'll be in Vegas, kind of posing out in Vegas at the CPC there, doing posing sessions there, doing personal training sessions there. So she's going to be a big part of like that activity at the new CPC in Vegas too. So yeah, so this would be like headquarters kind of thing. Vegas will be our second location, but it'll be like the main location for some coaches, like Frida. I'll be back and forth, probably there all winter because I don't want to be here anymore during winter. Sorry, Denver. But there's no shows here during winter anyway, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, there you go.